Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for another video. In today's video, let's take a look at Render, one of my favorite cryptocurrencies in all of existence, and see where we can land with a price target for the upcoming 2024-2025 bull run. But before we dive on in, as always, this is not financial advice. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. I am not a financial advisor. And while I appreciate that so many of you are hopping in who are not subscribed to this channel, you've got to hit the subscribe button. I have price target videos every day, 6 a.m. Eastern time for all of your favorite cryptocurrencies. I'm working through a long list right now. Hit the subscribe button, and while you're hitting that subscribe button, turn on the notification button. I try to do multiple videos a day, and I'm trying as much as possible to keep up with this rapidly evolving crypto space, and you are not going to want to miss a single thing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive on into this. I do want to tell you up front, I've already made a video on Render. I need to revise my price target. I did give a very conservative price prediction in that video, but that's not why I want you to watch that video. I want you to watch it because I am insanely bullish on Render for this decade. And a lot of things that I would talk about in this video, I've already talked about in that video. I don't want to repeat myself. I'll give you a brief summary, but listen, I am convinced, I believe strongly that we are going to see an RNDR token at $1,000 this decade before 2030. Now we have some things to work out short term. So $1,000 this decade, it's at $4 now. That's a 250x from today's prices. I do believe we're going to get there for Render. Watch the video. But here's the deal. Why am I so bullish on Render over the long haul? And then some things to work out short term. It's really this. Final vote on RNP-001. The DAO voted unanimously to institute a burn and mint mechanism. And so looking at their tokenomics, I see lots of opportunity for Render to one day be deflationary, a deflationary cryptocurrency. I'm not seeing that yet. It's not happening yet, but one day, eventually, perhaps soon, perhaps after this upcoming bull run, we could see RNDR deflationary. That has me very excited. And then also looking at their projections for growth, which are projections that I very much see. So every frame rendered, they're burning. They instituted a burn about 90+% of the supply of the transaction, 90+%. And so there is a mint equilibrium, but the burn is such an aggressive burn that there's so much potential for this. And one thing that I love about Render that we don't have to worry about with them is they make money. These cryptocurrency projects, they've got to make money. Render is already in a position where they make money. Most cryptocurrencies, they make money by inflating their supply. Render makes money by doing what they say they're going to do. And so here's the potential that I see with Render. Okay, I'm going to compare it to Ethereum and Tron. Render is not in the same niche as Ethereum and Tron, but here's what I'm looking at with both of these that I want to forward on to you. Okay, so Ethereum, last 24 hours, Ethereum made $3.75 million in fees. And I know it drives you crazy, the high Ethereum gas fees. They need to work something out eventually, or maybe they're just going to live off of the promise, yeah, we're going to work this out while people are still continuing to use their network. But because of those high gas fees, Ethereum makes $3.75 million, at least in the last 24 hours. And they make millions of dollars a day, which is why this first chart here, you can see the ETH supply increasing over its entire existence. And then all of a sudden, EIP 1559 was launched in August of 2021, and we went to proof of stake. So the Ethereum supply went from a daily emission of about 12,000 coins, to something like 1,200, or it might be 15,000 to 1,500. They cut their supply by 90%, their daily issuance by 90%, and they instituted that burn. And now, as of right now, ETH is mostly deflationary. And that's the goal, that rewards holders. And then same thing with Tron. This is not commentary on Tron. I'm not recommending buying Tron. I don't want to touch anything that Justin Sun has created. However, if you're looking at the numbers with Tron, you can't deny that they're doing something right. And I don't know anyone who uses Tron, but I think it's very popular in Asia. That's my assumption. Okay, but Tron made $911,866 yesterday. Tron makes the second most amount of money out of any layer 1 blockchain in existence. All right. And the same thing is happening with Tron right now. This chart, if we were to look at the last year, this is all time with Tron, but if we were to look at the last year, you'd see a pretty aggressive decline in their supply. And it's because they make money so they can burn their supply with each transaction. That is, in my opinion, what we're going to see with Render. As we see really exponential growth in what they provide, the services they provide with frames being rendered, as we see that and we see this burn, we're going to see, in my opinion, a decrease in their supply, probably much more rapid than what we're seeing with Ethereum and Tron. So that has me very bullish this decade, but they do have some things to work out short term. So we do see some vesting releases here. No surprise, it happened, but we're seeing right now, what is this? 2.5 times more RNDR tokens in circulation than when they peaked in 2021. So again, once they work this out, supply decreases, very bullish. But this is what we have to deal with when it comes to giving a price target, is we need to face reality a little bit. Reality right now is showing us that there's much more RNDR tokens in existence than when this coin peaked in 2021. But okay, that's really the only negative that I would point out, is how inflationary their supply has been. But man, so many things are looking on the upside with Render, with their market cap dominance. I mean, look at this. Look at this steady growth in market cap dominance. I love to see that, because a lot of cryptocurrencies, like last week I reviewed Polkadot, I reviewed Litecoin a couple weeks ago. What you would see is the exact opposite. You'd see a steady decline in market cap dominance. Market cap dominance peaked at 0.04% in October of 2021. And right now, as of recent at least, it's peaked at 0.1%. We are going to, in my opinion, continue to see growing market cap dominance with Render. But 0.1%, that is a bit of a totem for me. And that's what I'm basing my price target on, is that right now we're at 0.1%. You know, a couple of years ago, we were at 0.5%, 0.05%, excuse me. Or is it whatever the case, we've seen an increase. And so I'm basing this off of, we are going to go beyond RNDR's, Render's all-time high in market cap dominance. That seems like a no-brainer. Now, where you might think I might get a little conservative is I think that what we would see at peak euphoria is something like a doubling of RNDR, their market cap dominance. So instead of 0.1%, we would see something like 0.2% in market cap dominance at their peak. That is where I'm landing. I think that's actually a little aggressive, considering that most people are expecting the bull run to peak in 2025. So we have less than 2 years to see this go up to 0.2% market cap dominance. I think that's a little aggressive, to be honest with you, but that's where I'm sticking. So what does that give us? 0.2% market cap dominance, assuming a total crypto market cap of $7 trillion. That's where I land. That's another totem. That gives us a Render market cap peak of $14 billion. And I know some of you who love Render, you're sitting here thinking like, no, Render's going way beyond $14 billion. All right. I'm just going to tell you this right now. I have a lot of conviction in where this market cap peak lands. Okay, around that level. And if it's going to be anything else, it would be lower than $14 billion and not higher. I'm going to show you 2 charts after this. I have very little tolerance for people calling for this to go to $250. I saw that right before I started making this video. This is not only realistic, it's just, this is going to be, you will see at the end, much more accurate than people calling for $250 Render. That is absolute nonsense. All right, so anyway, circulating supply estimate, 400 million tokens. $14 billion market cap divided by 400 million tokens gives us a price target of $35. If you watch this video that I shared here, I gave a price target of about $12. That was extremely conservative. That was when Render was at $1. I have upgraded that, looking more at market cap dominance. And the reason why I talked about a $12 Render is looking at the market cap doing a 4.236 retrace. That gives us a market cap of about $5 billion. That's really top of the line, like upper limit for me when I'm considering the fact that Render is so inflationary. But I didn't even plan on this. What you're seeing with a $35 Render is something close to a 4.236 retrace in its price from its bear market bottom to its previous all-time high. So again, upper limit would be $35. And again, I am taking profits very aggressively on the way up. I am not waiting for $35, and I am surely not waiting for your price targets. Those of you who are calling for render to go to $200+, I am absolutely not waiting for that. I will be entirely out. And if I'm wrong, congratulations, but you're gambling if you're holding to $200. Not financial advice. All right. So that's where I land. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section of this video. Am I too aggressive, too conservative? Let me know. Otherwise, I will most certainly be seeing you in another video. Peace.